Lesson 8. Măkє verbs that mean make. A. Common errors with make. From the Cambridge Learner Corpus, we can see that some of the most frequent collocation mistakes made by advanced English exam candidates involve the verb make. For example, many learners say do suggestions or give suggestions, but the correct form is actually make some suggestions. Similarly, people often write have a contribution or give a contribution when they should say make a contribution to a project. Another common error is saying give a formal apology instead of the correct make a formal apology. We also see mistakes like do improvements, but the right phrase is make improvements. And thank you notes sometimes say doing these arrangements, but the correct version is making these arrangements. On the other hand, sometimes candidates use make when another verb is needed. For instance, we say have a party on Saturday, not make a party. And we say did some interesting research, not made some research. B. Other useful expressions with make. There are many fixed expressions with make that are very common in everyday English. It is a good idea to make a habit of switching off the lights when you leave a room. If you always say exactly what you think, you will probably make a lot of enemies. A team might make several attempts to climb a mountain before they finally succeed. When people start a new business, they usually hope to make a success of it. If you want to leave an event early, you can try to make an early escape. Scientists often make an important discovery, like how whales communicate. When doing your accounts, you should try to make all the calculations correctly. If you move the sofa closer to the window, it will make room for the piano. In a formal situation, you might say you first made his acquaintance when he moved in next door, meaning you got to know him. When house hunting, if you find the perfect place, you can make an offer on it. In a meeting, if nobody has ideas, you might make a proposal, which is a formal suggestion. And if you want to show strong opposition, you can make a stand against something, like a new casino being built. C. Other verbs that mean make. Besides make, there are several other verbs that carry a similar meaning, but each has a slightly different tone or level of formality. The verb create is often more formal. For example, wearing a gray suit to an interview can help you create a good impression, which is more formal than simply saying make an impression. Similarly, lanterns in a garden create a romantic atmosphere, which sounds more formal than make for a romantic atmosphere. The verb stage is used when people organize a public action. Students might stage a protest against rising tuition fees, which means the same as making a formal protest. The verb lodge is used with complaints. If several people are unhappy with a receptionist, they might lodge a complaint about the rudeness, meaning they make a formal complaint. In informal speech, we have rustle up, which means to prepare a meal very quickly. For example, Sam took 10 minutes to rustle up a meal. Similarly, run up is used for sewing something quickly with a machine. This weekend, I might run up some curtains for my new room. In business, instead of saying make a profit, we can use turn a profit, which sounds a bit more informal. This month our company should turn a profit for the first time. Finally, the verb coin is used when someone invents a new word or phrase. We might wonder who first coined the term blogging, meaning who made up that new expression.